Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast, Suchitra's Life, with me, Suchitra. And this episode is going to be very chatty, I guess, because I'll be talking about my experience in trying to do art every day or almost every day. So, at the beginning of this year, I decided to go back to drawing, painting, sketching, and all of that because I used to draw a lot as a kid. And since I've started watching a lot of anime and stuff, I realized okay, if I can draw something, I can make anything. And I think the first 3 months of this year, I was doing like drawing almost something or the other every day. And slowly from doodling, I've moved on to miniature watercolor paintings, and then from A6 size to A5 size, and then recently I've done something on A4 size. So it's like I'm slowly expanding my area. Well, that's one way of trying to get out of comfort zone because if if you are like always drawing or painting something on A6 size, it can be sometimes you may think that this is comfortable and you need not really explore working with bigger areas. So I was kind of switching between the sizes A6, A5, and A4. So the bigger the size, the more overwhelming it gets. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you do get bored working only in A6 and A5 sizes. So that was my observation. The bigger the area, I think I just go blank. And also, one more thing that I've realized about myself is that it's only in the first 3 months I was able to draw something every day. But I think from April onwards, I couldn't draw. Not couldn't, but maybe I wasn't. I wouldn't even say I was getting bored. It's just that drawing every day, I don't know. I mean, somehow I just got lost a little because I was consuming a lot of other creators' videos, and they have already developed a style. They have their distinct way of, you know, drawing something, painting, sketching, and when you look at their work, people are able to recognize that it's their work, like a particular so and so artist's work. And consuming all of that media made me a little doubtful about myself, and I I was wondering as to what my style is. Well, style is something that you develop over like many years, so it just doesn't happen overnight. So yeah, that was one realization I've had. And oh yeah, the biggest thing that I've realized so far is that I do not enjoy working with dry mediums. I love wet mediums, and in wet mediums, especially poster colors and watercolors, because acrylics, they dry up very quickly, and by the time you figure out, you know, what to paint and what colors you need to mix and how you can blend them, the paint becomes dry. So I don't like any sort of pressure when I'm actually painting, that I have to rush through it and make sure that paints are not drying, because my focus should be on getting the painting right. Like, there's so much to painting, right? There's perspective, there's color, blending, shadow, values. These are the little things that I'm slowly understanding, because I'm trying to just, I think I'm just consuming a lot of media, and I'm highly dependent on tutorials at the moment, because I don't know, like, if you give me a blank paper, I don't know what I'll do. I still don't know what I'll do, because I'm just trying to work with mediums and understand the mediums. And most of all, I ask myself, okay, am I enjoying the process? Am I really liking this? Do I see myself sitting through this till the end? And when I asked that question, I guess for dry mediums, it was no, because I was just getting like I was losing my patience working with dry mediums like oil pastels or um, color pencils and crayons and stuff. I'm like, okay, I can't do this. Whereas wet mediums like poster colors and watercolors, I really like it, because they give a little bit of flexibility in terms of you can reactivate them even on paper. You can reactivate it and lift off a portion of it that isn't working. And even if you put on a palette, the paints are not drying up. Even if they dry up, you can just spray some water and it's there for you. There's no worrying about paint drying up and you wasting your art materials. Okay. So far, I guess I've talked about working sizes, and then I talked about not enjoying dry mediums, my worry about when and how my style will come up. Yeah, all these things. I guess in the past 8 months, that's what I've realized, trying to make art every day. Every day I just did for 3 months, and then later on, it just like in a month, I was able to do only like 15 days or so. And yeah, and then now it's the start of a new month. This is the ninth month of the year. So I was thinking, okay, maybe this month I would just, I don't know, I would not keep a deadline as such that I need to make art every day or something. And I am wondering, okay, what will happen if I do not have this thing of making art every day in my to do list? What will happen then? I just want to see and explore, like, what will happen if I am not including it in my to do list every day. But at the same time, I'm also worried that if it's not a part of my to do list, I might never, like, even open a piece of paper and scribble something, because procrastination and a bit of laziness and all of that. But I'm trying to see where I stand right now, because I really enjoy looking at colors. So, black and white isn't really exciting for me. For example, when you're trying to, like, sketch perspective, draw forms, shapes, all of this happens with, working with just pencil, and it's just black and white, right? Black lines on a white paper. Uh, it looks boring to me. I don't really enjoy that, but those are the core fundamentals that you need to understand in order to paint better. Like, for me to plan my painting, I need to know a proper perspective, I need to understand shapes and all of this. And I am like I mentioned in one of my earlier rants, I am so scared to start draw a box tutorials, because that's known to be like the core fundamentals of drawing and everything. But I've gone through, I mean, I've just skimmed the website, and uh, it's a little daunting, it's a little overwhelming just by looking at it. And I don't know if it's for me, but I can see that it's laid out in a way that all the fundamentals are covered, especially perspectives and texture, you know. I think I'm also realizing like my weakness areas. Um, like in the past 8 months, I've realized I am not good at perspective. Like, I mean, I don't know. No matter what I draw, everything looks just flat. I need to understand perspective, dimension, and you know how to not make your paintings look so flat. You have to give it life, and perspective, dimension, shadows, values, all of this is what brings life to a sketch, a painting, or anything. So, yep, I guess these were some of my realizations trying to make art every day. And in the month of September, I don't know what I'll do, because I'm trying not to like make art every day now. I just want to keep this month really light. Like, instead of worrying about not getting good at fundamentals and this and that and blah blah blah, I just want to just pause and see what is really interesting me at the moment. I think so far I've was able to like completely finish three sketchbooks, and these are not some like huge bulky sketchbooks also, because one is like A6, one is uh, 2 are A5. So and I'm halfway through like 3 4 sketchbooks at the moment. Like, I'll be painting in some, I'll be scribbling or doodling in some, and I think it's good to have a variety, because you can't always work on the same size and texture every day. You do need variety. You do want to have a low stakes sketchbook as well, where you can just draw anything and everything without feeling guilty of wasting the material. So this book can be like a normal plain paper, not some watercolor or a high quality material as well. So yeah, and the final thing is I love art supplies and stationeries. So I've been going crazy, trying to understand watercolors and materials and brushes and and all of that. I think I'm kind of like getting addicted to art supplies, like buying art supplies. So in the month of September, I've decided I'm not going to buy anything. I will make art with whatever I have at the moment, all the colors, whatever. Like, no spend September on anything other than the needs. So once my basic needs are covered, I guess I'm good to go for the month of September, because I already have a lot of, I wouldn't say lot of supplies, but I have enough. That's what I keep telling myself. Like, sometimes I just get this itch to just wake up and go to the stationery shop and just look at all the things and art supplies, materials, and colors. And I guess that's like a very addictive part of the process. But after a point of time, I've started realizing that buying art supplies has become a way for me to procrastinate making actual art. So I just had to look at myself and be honest with myself. And yeah, that's what I've realized. I guess I was just, you know, shopping for art supplies, as that's another way, sneaky way of procrastinating. So yeah, this month, no buying any art supplies, nothing. I've already got something that I've ordered in the month of August, and yeah, I'm good to go. So these were some of my realizations from the past 8 months of this year. And do let me know if you guys have any such things that you realized trying to learn something at this point of time in your life. Like, it need not be just art, but it can be anything. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.